Thank you, Akira Toriyama. Thank you. It's insane to kind of even sit here and think that this is kind of like over, you know? Um, Dragon Ball Z is my first anime, most probably the same as everybody else. Um, and honestly, it was a ride. The amount of hours I've put into the Dragon Ball Z video games, I have probably tens of thousands of hours. All the times I would spend switching the characters around, trying to figure out different dialogues on Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and even I even played, what was the one that Dado just played recently? It's the Dragon Ball Sagas, I think it's what it's called. Dragon Ball Sagas. I'm just looking it up real quick. Yeah, Dragon Ball Sagas. Horrible game. Watching it back, boy, the fun I had playing that game as a kid. Dragon Ball Z Budokai, my first Dragon Ball game that I ever played. And I remember playing those games and playing the stories, and I would play them, and they were so difficult. They were so difficult. I would play in my grandma's laundry room, and I would be playing for countless hours, and I would sit there, and I remembered fighting Grade 8 Vegeta in Budokai Tenkaichi, and I just remember how much he would make me rage, because as a kid, like, you're not as good with the controls and stuff, but and then the amount of hours I would spend switching the characters up and playing with the different costumes, and then like you move forward in time, and then we get to like, we're like, I always thought, it would be so cool if you got to create your own Dragon Ball character. And then we got Xenoverse. The amount of hours me and my cousins put into Xenoverse, me and TJ, me and my other cousins, we would all play Xenoverse. We would all be playing it. We would play together, and we would play playing PvP against each other. All the characters we made, all the times that I would roleplay. I've played Xenoverse so many times. I've made the exact same character. I've made the Gohan C created character, the CACs. I've done all of it, dude. I've played as Goku. I even did the parallel quests from start to finish as the canonically correct characters, just to see the different dialogues you would get. Dude, I loved Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball honestly was my childhood. It was my life. My mom could probably tell you the countless times I chose to have spiky hair or long hair because I wanted to be like Goku. And then even seeing like, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and everything, and yeah. I love Dragon Ball. And I can remember the first time I watched it with my dad. I remember he came home one day from work, and Toonami came on, and we went to lay down to watch it. And I can't really picture or remember the exact episode it was. I just remembered watching Goku power up, and I think it was against Raditz. But Goku was powering up, and you would see the aura around him. You would see Raditz, and you would see how strong he was, and I don't know. I loved the whole idea of it. And then my first time watching the Namek Saga, watching the Ginyu Force, you know, watching Captain Ginyu, watching Frieza, watching Goku go against adversity. I mean, as a kid, I mostly watched Justice League. I mostly watched Teen Titans. I loved superheroes, but there was always something missing, Like, they never lose. The superhero never loses. And watching Dragon Ball was the first time I realized, oh crap, like, the hero can lose. I mean, in the first saga, you watch Goku get killed by Raditz, And that was different. That stood out to me. And honestly, Akira Toriyama, I thank you, because I don't even think I would be an anime fan today if there was no Dragon Ball. The only things I had watched up to that point was Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. And you would get made fun of in school if you liked those, people didn't really like Yu-Gi-Oh. People didn't really like Pokemon. I mean, people had the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but no one actually played the game growing up, at least where I'm from. And Pokemon was mostly the video game, you know? It was the DS and having all the games, but the one anime that stood out to everyone was Dragon Ball. I mean, it stood out to everyone so much that when Jiren fought Goku, I mean, it broke the internet, literally. So, yeah, man. I can't believe it. But honestly, I'm just gonna kind of talk about my favorite moment in Dragon Ball, and I kind of want everybody in the comment section down below to kind of do the same. Just talk about your favorite Akira Toriyama thing or moment, or even just if you don't really watch Akira Toriyama, even just your favorite anime moment. If it's One Piece or Naruto or Attack on Titan or any other anime. At least for me, my favorite moment in Dragon Ball was watching Frieza power up over and over again. I know some people find it ridiculous and repetitive, and it's like, oh, that's crazy. Not to me. I had never seen anything like that. That was unique to me. We had Frieza in first form, and Krillin and Gohan make the wish, and Frieza's like, well, now you've royally pissed me off. I'm going to go into second form, and here goes, you know, Frieza. He gets taller. He grows longer horns. He's stronger. Just absolutely destroys Krillin. And then you got Piccolo come by. You got Vegeta running around like, I might get destroyed by Frieza right now. I didn't know he could do all that. You got Piccolo come back. He fuses with Nail, which we don't even know how strong. We don't even know how strong fusion is at this point. We haven't seen any fusions, you know. Piccolo comes back. He fights Frieza, and Frieza's like, "All right, I had a fun warm up, you know. I had a real fun warm up. Now it's time to show you a little more power." He goes into third form, and he starts just hitting Piccolo with the finger death beam. I just remembered watching Dragon Ball Z and seeing how brutal it looked, you know? Like, Piccolo literally was punctured by Frieza. And then Goku finally makes it out of the tank. Frieza powers up to his final form first, and then Goku makes it out of the tank. And it's that final showdown, like, you know, oh crap, like, he's that guy, you know? And you see Frieza, and man, honestly, thank you. I don't know what I would be watching to this very day. I don't know who I would be as a person without anime. I mean, that's the majority of what I watch, you know? So, thank you, man. Thank you, Akira Toriyama. Thank you so much for creating such a great show. And honestly, I did think Dragon Ball would last forever. But all good things must come to an end. And let's hope that your image and everything you have is not ruined by the other creators and other artists that you have. Thank you for Beast Gohan. Thank you for Mastered UI Goku. Thank you for Goku in general. Thank you for everything Dragon Ball. Thank you for Frieza. Honestly, I can only say I appreciate everything you've given us. Thank you.